Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, and once again, we got some wonderful links down here, and this helps support the channel and keep it free. We got our Bitget partner link with up to a $5,000 bonus based on deposit requirements and any of the other little incentives they got going on. Check that out. Help support the channel free of charge. These are all free of charge if you're going to use these services anyways. But I'm going to do a silver update here. And so it's always a great time to buy gold and silver bullion. And this is a trusted source. Use that link, click it right there, and we'll go show you what kind of bullion we're dealing with. And I'm just going to post the bullion that I buy, bullion coins and bars. But if you go to all the way at the bottom of here, about us, about the company that I'm recommending, you can see BGASC is one of the largest, fastest, most trusted precious metal suppliers in the United States, right? From day one, this is from them. They're A plus from the Better Business Bureau, associated businesses, right? That's always a key thing you're looking for. You can see from day one, they've been one and now into our second decade of gold. Our goal has always been to be kind of gold and silver dealer we would want to trade with, to be in stock, ship fast, offer fair and reasonable prices, which they do. I have marketed several different that I buy bullion dealers, and they are absolutely one of the most competitive in prices around, and to operate honestly and effectively. BGASC, buy gold and silver coins, is one of the largest coin and bullion dealers in the United States. We are a BBB, Better Business Bureau, associated business with a A+ rating, and official PCGS dealer, member of Certified Coin Exchange, CCE, and NGC state mint non-bullion coins. Every single package we ship is sent fully privately insured for its time in transit, backed by a skilled and dedicated team. We strive to provide our customers with an exceptionally high level of service and a precise metal buying experience like no other. This is a reputable, highly thought of, and highly respected bullion dealer, and it's always a great time to buy silver and gold bullion and bullion coins. If you do not have any gold, I would highly recommend you buying some gold. It's cheap right now. It's on a retracement. Coins, the bullion coin that I own, I love the gold buffalo. I own a couple of these, right? It's a little bit more expensive above spot price because you get a little bit more when you trade it out, but you can see it's $1,928 if you buy 1 to 4 of them, versus if you get a bullion coin, if you get a gold bar, it might be $75 cheaper. There's a little bit more, about a $60 to $70 markup more on these coins, because they are minted by the US government, and they do have a $50 nominal face value if you go to the store, because they used to be what $50 a piece was. It was a $50 gold piece back in the 50s, 40s, 30s, right? And it still has that $50 value, but obviously you'd be a complete numbskull if you sold it for $50, seeing as it's worth nearly $2,000. But that's a gold coin that I buy, and I highly recommend you buy that gold coin. The American Eagle, if you're going to buy another bullion coin, the American Gold Eagle is also minted by the US government and has a $50 face value. Those are the two coins, the bullion coins that I would buy if I were you buying coins. And then the bars are the other ones. I wouldn't buy any of these other ones on there. You have to pay too much over spot. And then the gold bars are what I would buy. Just, you can buy ones with fancy pictures, but just the generic gold bar is what you're looking for, and that seems to be what they sell here. See, gold bars by weight. They don't seem to be in all this fancy nonsense. They're just selling you straight good stuff, right? 100-gram gold bullion bar. It's a very expensive. You'd have to be a big player, but you can see I would never buy less than 1 ounce. I would always buy 1 ounce or more. You can see the 1 ounce gold bar right here. If you click on it, that's just where you get your best value. And if you have more money and you're a bigger player, you buy multiple ounce bars, because it reduces your price even that much more. You can see this is $18.51, so it's about $75 cheaper than the gold buffalo, because they have a little bit higher premium, just like the American Eagle does. But those are what you want to buy. Bullion coins, the American Gold Eagle, the American Buffalo. or bars, right? And that's what I buy, and that's what I would recommend that everybody else buys. And you should have at least some as you diversify out of the dollar or your native currency as you see record inflation. You should have at least some gold and silver bullion, just as you should have some Bitcoin and some. Uh, as me, the things that I stack, I'm going to be stacking here soon. And Bitcoin as I diversify. Bitcoin, Ethereum number one, Bitcoin, a little XRP and some XLM are going to be the coins that I stack for this next bull run. Whether it takes a year to get out, right, or it gets out in the next 6 weeks. If this was in fact the bottom, old Vincenzo missed the bottom, but I do not believe this was the bottom. I think we have one more leg to the downside, and that will be where I start accumulating. I'll be accumulating my Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and we'll actually do that together. I'll buy some Bitcoin, I'll buy some Ethereum, right? And then we'll accumulate together. I'll show you all my long-term accumulations, just like I show you my gold. We'll start to build up a crypto portfolio. And you can see Dappt, like we were talking about yesterday, this red zone is your major resistance. And it did make that little pump after it was sitting here. It did come up into this red area, but like we were talking about, these, if it's going to play the pattern, it's going to come back down to the 200-day and then come back into the supply zone. And if you're trying to play Dappt, the supply zone down here is where you want to buy this, right down in here, and then you play a run to the red zone if you're playing for it to do its current pattern like it's been doing back here. And if you're ever trying to get really bullish, you get on top of this red zone, hold it as support, and then start to trade up. But my understanding is the people in this coin right now are trying to swing trade this with the volatility, and that's a great spot to try to wait for it to come back down to this. Where'd my little price label go? Come back down to this, my price note. Come back down into the 0.005024 range like it's been the last few times here, and now it's in there now, and we'll see what it does. And if we zoom out to the daily time frame, you can see we are at an all-time low almost. I think if it comes down into this range and retest the all-time lows down here at the pink line down here at 0.3269, this is a major accumulation where you're not trading in and out of it. If it comes down here, because that's a pretty big fall from where it's at now with our industry exclusive measuring tool at the dotted line, which is current price, if it drops another 50% and gets down to its all-time low, you have to massively accumulate this if you're trying to play a big swing, like back up into this range, right? This would be massive accumulation. Even if you were trying to accumulate this for the long term, this is all a great spot to accumulate. But if it comes down here, this is a mass accumulation zone. If you're really into this and you've done your homework and you understand what the use cases and the potential future is with this coin, that's a great area for mass accumulation. And Dappt, if you're looking for a 500 or 1000x return. And then AGIX. Did AGIX? It did. It exploded. Look at that. We were calling for a massive explosion in AGIX. Yesterday, we put 126% possible return, and you can see it immediately is up 51% in AGIX. And we thought it could have 128% possible return with our first major resistance point at the 200-day moving average. And the reason we were calling for that, or not calling, but thinking and laying out the video, you can see this video we made yesterday on AGIX. Another great call and a great heads up by old Vincenzo. Where was this AGIX? Dappt AGIX is finally happening. Final confirmation. I believe I had one where I had AGIX singled out as a right here yesterday. Yes, finally AGIX 126% pump possible, and you can see based on that technical analysis that we gave you yesterday in state-of-the-art technical analysis, we did a great call, and maybe my guy took that advice, and we were looking at it yesterday after it broke above that 0.0587 range, held it as support. We told you there was very little resistance if this thing was to break to the upside and continue to hold this area right here. And if you looked at the volume indicator, there was very little resistance. I think I have this in the monthly time frame. I do. We could see there was very little resistance after we marked this area right there in white. All of these candlesticks get steeper into no volume, less and less. and that there's less and less resistance in there. And that's why we were saying that we had a possible 128% pump to this major upper resistance area. And the first spot would be that 200-day in the daily, which is actually hitting it right where it's at now. So great call by Vincenzo, my man. I hope that technical analysis, maybe you got in on this pump as it was holding the 0.0587 level. I know it's difficult to time it, but we did give that warning that it was possible. We were seeing a possible 128% breakout. We've gotten 55, 56% of that, breaking north of this white line right here with our industry exclusive pointer tool, right? So we'll continue to see what happens in AGIX if the pump can continue. And what I would look for on this, if we go into the shorter time scale, on any kind of slowdown, you would just look for it to back test some of the old highs. But right now it's on an incredible rally, and it's blowing up to massive proportions, but you're seeing the volume decline. And anywhere, wherever it finally gets cooled off for a minute, you would look for it in the minute to 5 minute, the short-term moving averages to run up, and you would look for the price to hold it as support if you're looking to continue to the upside wherever this blow-off little rally ends. But great technical analysis by old Vincenzo to keep you out ahead of this yesterday, and that's why I put that video, 125% possible pump. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. Peace and love. Peace and love. As you can see, we're up 56.69%.